This is Sabreclaw. This is a one-off graphic novel from the 90s, starring Sabreclaw in the 90s. And this isn't going to be a great recap because I am recommending this. It is a strong recommendation from me. And I didn't want to give away all of the story or the ending and stuff like that. This is written by the writer of the 90s Top Gun solo series. So if you were a fan of that, you probably should check this out. And as I pointed out in the all video, to be pedantic, it is just called Sabreclaw. It is not called Sabreclaw Back to Nature or Sabreclaw Homicidal Tendencies. We start with a murder. There is a serial killer on the loose, and we open with him killing a young couple. And what we have here is another interesting genre piece from this writer. At this point, Sabreclaw was a member and prisoner of Extra Factors. This was when Extra Factors had become a discount version of Suicide Squads, with a bunch of excellent men baddies being led by Fogg. So we had Sabreclaw, he was a member. We had Mistake, the Smurfette, Dark Smurf, the T-1000, and also this book's unexpected co-star, Sabreclaw Jr. from Alpha Strike. The woman who we just saw be killed at the start, she was Sabreclaw Jr.'s ex-girlfriend, and he receives this news from a guest cameo by Warwick Davis. Always good to see him in a comic. Sabreclaw Jr. is devastated, and maybe I am the only fan of Sabreclaw Jr., but I think he is, or he was, a really neat character. So our genre piece is a murder mystery buddy cop team-up between Sabreclaw and Sabreclaw Jr., as they try to solve the mystery and maybe get revenge. Sabreclaw is driven by his own motives. He wants to get out from Extra Factors' control, and he is presenting himself to Sabreclaw Jr. as the only person with the expert knowledge and with such an affinity for violence that he can help solve the case. He will spend the next 60 or so pages actually solving the case, but also trying his hardest to push Sabreclaw Jr. over the edge into becoming a feral monster like he is. This is just very good. I like both the characters, Sabreclaw and Sabreclaw Jr. They are great characters, and this is a really great comic for them. Some nice comparative stuff and little arcs for them. I've not read this period of Extra Factors because it's meant to be ruddy awful. But this one-shot spin-off makes me want to look into it, even though the Extra Factors series is by a different writer and really does seem pointless and directionless. The art in this is a bit sketchy, and at first you might see it and you might solidly gan, this isn't for me. But after a few pages, it stops looking so rough and it fits the mood of the story. There are still little moments where it's a bit harder to follow than it should be, like some quick bursts of action that are not always clear what is meant to be happening. But overall, this is a very good story, worth every bit of the £2.99 I paid for it. And yeah, there is some action in it. It is a Sabreclaw graphic novel. Of course, they're not going to do a Sabreclaw story without some action. Here, he's having a bar fight. He is roughing up a potential witness for information. And then they both have two big bloody battles with the killer later on. But I didn't want to give away the story because you really should read this one yourself and hopefully enjoy it as much as I did. Very good. The ending is maybe a bit sudden. It feels like there needed to be an EP lodge or something like that, with them back at base and showing the long-term fallout from this little adventure they have had. It's not been a long video because I would rather you go and read this than waste your time with one of me pointless videos. This is a good story, and maybe even the best Sabreclaw solo story I have ever read. There's nothing else sticks out in mind to make me doubt that statement. Can I also point out, I find it amazing that no one has come along and actually revealed Sabreclaw Jr. is Sabreclaw's bastard son from like a one-night stand. It's honestly astonishing that they haven't, and it's still possible they could do it any day now. 7 thumbs up.